Latinos Out Loud podcast. Latinos. Yeah, that's what this is. Latinos Out Loud.
Yo, LOLeros, what's up? Live from the studio en la casa, okay? With the blinged out mic, of course. Yo, it's a heat wave in New York City. Guys, stay hydrated. If you gotta go, like, window shopping, sneak in a store real quick. Just use them for their air conditioning. It's fine. You don't have to buy anything. Don't feel the pressure like me. I buy something in every store that I stop in just for air conditioning. I need to, like, follow my own advice. But anyway, it's so beautiful outside. I love when the sun is shining. Because right now, you know what else is shining? The guest that I have on the podcast today. Yeah, I said it. This is an exciting episode. I've been wanting to talk to her for a while now, and things happen. We got to reschedule. It's always my fault. Seriously, mom of two kids. This is what happens. Mom life. You guys know what it is. Things happen. And she's been so accommodating, and we're going to talk so much. So I want to just formally introduce her real quick. Her name is Valentina Latina, right? Like, is that not fun in and of itself? Okay. And she's star of Paramount's Dora, you know, the live action. She's a VO powerhouse. Let me read you some of her credits here. She's a two-time winner and 13-time nominee of the prestigious Society of Voice Arts and Sciences Award. Oh, we're going to talk so much voice acting. Valentina is one of the most respected voices in the industry today. Her extensive credits include Spanish versions of Poker Face, The Bold and the Beautiful, Tuca and Berti, BoJack Horseman, and earning Best Lead Actress for her performance in the indie short Defenseless. Guys, put your vacuum cleaners down, put your PlayStations down, put everything that's in your hands, and put your hands together for Valentina Latina on the Latinos Out Loud podcast. What's up, girl?
Yeah!
How you doing?
How you doing, Rachel? Thank you for having me today in this heating conversation. I love that we're sharing the summertime. So I love summer, and here in LA is also pretty hot. So
Oh gosh,
we're
yes.
cute. Thank you for having me.
How do you stay cool in these dog days of summer? What do you do to, like, just keep your sanity and your cool?
My biggest challenge is that because I work in the booth, the vocal booth, like almost 24/7. That's the biggest challenge, to stay hydrated and, stay cool. So I take breaks. I go outside, and sometimes I just record in panties.
Wow.
I'm not wearing so much clothes. Sorry for giving too much information, but that's reality for voiceover people.
It's totally not TMI. Right now, I have no panties or socks on, just so you know, okay? Just kidding. No. Well, maybe I'm not. That's for you, the listener, to really figure out and wonder about. That is so funny. See, like, I cannot see Valentina from the, like, waist down, so she may be 100%, like, pantless right now. But
Yes.
that is okay. It is 2025. We could do what we want, okay? It's all about being comfortable, and you're such a baddie in the game. You have earned your rights to not wear pants during voiceover sessions, okay? Valentina.
Unless I have to go to a studio in person, then I wear clothes.
Okay, that's fine. As long as there's some sort of tanga or, like, I don't know, maybe some pum-pum shots or, like, booty shots or something like that. Well, like you, I love the summer. Being in a booth must be hard because there's not that much air circulating in there. You need complete silence. I would like to delve into this voiceover field, and we can get as technical as we get. Because the good thing about Latinos Out Loud, Valentina, is that there are a lot of podcasters. Shout out to all the fellow podcasters listening right now to Latinos Out Loud, and aspiring or current voice actors as well. And what I love to do with guests when they come on the show is learn their secrets. Like, I want you to share in your success so that others can hear these stories and be inspired, because it's not always that we see, especially young people, having the heroes and the sheroes in the Latina community that they should be seeing in order to know that they can elevate to those levels. I cannot tell you how many times we've had, like, a Dominican director or a Honduran philanthropist or whatever it is, that then the listeners are like, oh, I'm Dominican, I'm from Honduras, I can do that too. So I want to like dig deep if we can. So you're starring in Dora? Like, you guys,
Yes,
this is epic. Dora the
yes,
Explorer is an iconic character, not just in the Latino community, but hello, starting off at Nickelodeon, launching into multiple enterprises, live action films, merch all over the world. This is quite an honor, right? Like, tell us about your experience in Dora.
yes. I'm playing Diego's mom, which is Dora's aunt, and my character's name is Sabrina, so Tia Sabrina. I didn't know much about the story behind Dora's family until I got the script. Uh, as soon as I read the whole script, I was in tears.
Aw.
I couldn't believe it because the script is so well done. I just love Alberto's vision for the movie. Alberto Belli is the director, same director as La Casa de las Flores. You will remember him by this amazing show on Netflix. So this is his first action movie, for kids or family movie directing, and actually our premiere were yesterday. So yesterday we had the pleasure to see in big screen how it ended, everything, and I'm just not gonna tell you much about the movie itself, but you have to watch it. Even though you don't know about Dora, you are not 13 years old or 4 years old, doesn't matter the age. I always think kids' movies are made for adults. You always learning something. And even though you don't know about the animation character, because some people associate with the, but this is for kids. No, 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 no. This is for all of us, because what Dora has to say in this film, I think is a powerful message for all of us. And again, not to give you much detail about the what is going on in the story, but is some um uh kind of like invitation for everybody to find in themselves the answers.
I love
So
that.
that's one of the biggest things. I was in tears. We were in tears last night. It was just a cast and crew screening, but it was just very touchy. So I hope you enjoy it. And it's fun, and it's adventures, and it's kids. So it's Latinos, and they're second generation Latinos in the States, and that's a lot of things to like saying in the same film. There is a lot of things. So yeah, that was what it is, and I'm so happy and so proud to be part of this franchise.
Congratulations. I mean, that
Thank you.
sounds really beautiful, and I love how you guys got together. And it must have been a journey in and of itself just to get there to that final point, and seeing the ending together must have been special. And this was the premiere in LA, right?
Yes, it was in Paramount Pictures. We shoot the entire film in Colombia, in the jungle, which
¡Wepa!
was another great thing for me because I'm Colombian.
Yeah.
And so when I got the confirmation that I got the role, they say like, no, you can fly to Colombia, right? I'm like, dude, I'm from Colombia. Take me anytime.
Amazing. ¿De qué parte de Colombia?
Soy de Bogotá.
Bogota. I want to go to Colombia so bad. I have a good friend who is from there, and she just says the beaches, the shopping, the food. Um,
Yes.
that's amazing. So you were in
Yes.
your mother country while
Yes.
working. That must have been a full circle experience for you too.
Yeah, in because my mom lives there, my sister lives there. I haven't seen him in a while when we
Oh,
shoot it. That was last year, so it was right on. I'm like, oh my God, I even had the opportunity to be with my mom for one surgery, and like in between the movie and being with my mom and my sister was like, this is what is the movie about family, about your
oh wow.
roots, about coming back and saying I'm in peace with them. I'm proud of who I am right now, but I'm always happy to come back and like review again these feelings and these sentiments. And they were feeling so powerful, so strong. and my mom is doing so well,
Good.
and it was, yes, it was like a full circle, as you said. It was the whole thing
It's
together.
beautiful. I'm gonna work my way there one day. I'm gonna visit your mom too. If
Please.
you need me to help take care of her, I can make her some arepas. I'm not saying they're gonna be good because I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to go to I want to go to Cartagena. I want to
Oh yeah,
see the
you love it.
country.
You will
Okay,
love it.
so congrats on this. I mean, I would
Thank
like
you.
to also talk about some of these awards that you've won. You've launched Latina Studios. And by the way, you guys, it's Latyna, which I think is so great. Like Latina, her last name, and it's very empowering. So, how did you make this a profession, Valentina? When did it occur to you that, hey, my voice is my tool and I'm going to use it to make a living?
Well, here goes the short version of it. My mom is a soap opera actor in Colombia, and she was kind of like these mom managers, very strict, very like pushy, to be honest, with me. And I was only 7 or 8, and she was always like, "Val, you can do this. Let's do this audition. Let's do this." And I'm like, sometimes when you don't wanna do what your mama says. But I remember this time we were exiting this building. She was shooting a TV show, whatever, and this guy asked, like, "Hey, Rocio, that's her name. Can I use your daughter for something? It's very, very short. It's just one line. We're gonna record here in this booth." And she was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, of course." And I'm there, and I'm getting into the booth, and I just still remember the exact place how it is, seeing the glass door, the big glass on the other side is the engineer, the director, my mom, and I'm looking this image because it was a promo for the kids show back in the 90s.
Oh.
This show, the typical show for the weekend, like you're waiting so tight to come on Friday, please, tomorrow is my show. So I was doing the promo for that show, like, don't forget to come every Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Okidoki, that was the name of the show.
Was it like telemuñequitos, like for kids?
It was live action, but it was for kids.
Oh, I
But
love
it was
it.
like the typical show that is like everybody lives in a house, but they're all kids and they're just doing choreographies, music, recipes, you name it. And I was so happy because I love that show. And I was
Aw,
doing the promo. I ended up doing the voice for that show for the next 3 years, and that's exactly how my career started in voiceover.
look at
I
that.
still remember that it was just a chance. Like the guy was walking out looking for a kid in the building. He saw me, and then I fall in love with voiceover. After that, I was 8. After that, I went to the conservatory. I did my whole theater conservatory, blah blah blah. But in the beginning, I was trying to do some money because I need money, and so I did this workshop for dubbing, and I was like, dubbing? What is dubbing? Yeah. Then I realized, of course, every foreign film or documentary, whatever, we would put our voices in Spanish for the characters. So it was like acting, but voice, but you don't have to look super nice,
Right.
but you just have to be a good actor. And then that's how I started. I did a workshop back in Colombia in Centauro, which I highly recommend you if you're in Colombia or Latin America and you're looking for a school where to learn this technique. Centauro was my mother, in every aspect in my dubbing life, to be honest. So I remember finishing the workshop and I got the first role, and it was the lead role. I was so
Wepa.
nervous because I was like, wait, but I'm not there yet. But they give it to me, and I did 4 seasons of Instant Star, which is a show for MTV. and
Awesome.
and then I fell in love. I mean, it was not much money, to be honest, because that's one part of the industry for dubbing actors. Um, we have a big challenge in terms of what the rates must be, and I think we're in some progress nowadays. But I'm talking about 2004, so this scenario was pretty different. And I just again fall in love with dubbing, and I just became the Food Network official voice for 5 years. So I was
Love
working
that.
pretty much. Yeah, I was working so much, and it's a thing nowadays. It's been, I don't know, more than 20 for 30 years actually. And I'm still learning, and I'm still making mistakes, and I'm still trying to catch as fast as I can. I do this dubbing for The Bold and the Beautiful, and to this year is my 8th year dubbing Monday through Friday. And even though I know my character, which is Steffi, if you watch Bold and the Beautiful, just switch the setting for Spanish language, and then you hear me. Um, I know how she moves, and I know how the characters, it's what's her essence. But still, for me, it's a challenge every day. I'm like, oh, so what's going on today? Oh, she found who is the killer. So today is the
Dun
killer,
dun
and
dun.
dun, dun, dun. And I love that. And then jumping from one genre like that to animation, like Tuca and Birdie, I'm playing Tuca, which is Tiffany Haddish, and that's on Netflix too. Please watch it. Please watch it. Um, it's so much fun because you wouldn't think how a toucan, because it's a huge bird, is going to talk, and what kind of voice it'll be, and how do you do the lip sync if it's a huge pig. How do you do that? So learning that through the time has been very challenging but rewarding.
I thank you so much for sharing all of that. I totally am learning right now. There's dubbing. Dubbing is a field. So, all of us out there who speak 2 languages, congratulations. We have tools in our arsenal that we can then turn into tools to make an income, like Valentina did. How amazing is it to be bilingual? Do you know any other languages, by the way?
I do not. I wish. I wish. But something very particular, and I think this is gonna be very useful for the ones who are like resonating with this information about dubbing. When I was 19, I did a big documentary about Whitney Houston. That was the actual last documentary somebody made for her before she died. And I was like, hold on, I'm 19. Like, why am I supposed to do an African American old lady, comparing to my age, voice? And then I remember the director telling me, you have the color as an African American voice. You have a tone, you have something in your voice that it sounds like goes tends that way. From there, I started doing more African American actors in Spanish. So I kind of like lean to that, and I say, okay, what about if I start looking for the African American voices in English, and then I can just show myself, like say, hey, I can do that voice. So if you people who's listening right now think in English or another language, you have a tone like you're listening to Netflix and you're like, I can do that voice. So then you can start like, seeing what is the my potential as a voiceover. And I think that's a huge thing for actors, not only dubbing actors, for actors in general, is the amount of platforms, like streaming platforms, we have nowadays. Back
Yeah.
in the 80s, 90s, it was just such a small group of actors doing dubbing. So for you, it wouldn't be uh, strange to listen the same voice for Bart Simpson, and then the same voice in Spanish is for Alf, and the same voice is for Rugrats, and the same, because there were just so few actors doing dubbing and the entire shows. Nowadays, because there's much many, shows and ways to show, different type of projects, you have more opportunities. So some
Yeah.
people, some students come to me saying like, but who's gonna hire me? Trust me, somebody's gonna hire you because you have a voice in language, and if you're able to perform a scene, then you just need to find what is the tone that is similar to you, and that's amazing. That's amazing because there's much more opportunities nowadays. That's what it means.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, and like refining the tool. And thanks for sharing that story too. It's amazing because I also like we love Whitney, but if you have an inner Whitney in you, then I guess we all got inner something else is in us too that we can explore and expand upon. um, I listen. The podcast now 430 something episodes in. This
Wow.
this has helped me refine my tool as well in terms of respecting breath and air and silence and even using different voices for different characters. You know, there was a time where podcasts were just audible, but now everybody's on YouTube. It's a vodcast, it's a blogcast, it's a podcast, it's a whatever. So like now there's a video and an audio element. Pero Valentina, I think I'm really old school. Like, I think I
Yeah.
belong somewhere in the radio days because I love audio. I
Yes.
love audio because it makes my imagination go further. Like, don't get me wrong. I love to look at you. I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. It's great. Pero there's something to be said about audio work. And now, if we may transition, I know we only have a few more minutes, like, to all of the aspiring voice actors and dubbing actors out there that Valentina has just equipped you with so much information on, let's get technical. Like, what is
Yes.
some of your favorite microphones? Because Valentina complimented me on my blinged out Yeti mic, which you guys know I use, and this is like my little pride and joy here. But like, what are the mics that you use? Do you have a studio at home? Where do you record from most of the time? What's your day-to-day look like? Okay, I'll stop right there.
I love to sharing this part of my industry is been also very challenging because you have to be your own engineer, director, the one that makes the cafecito, that clean the booth and everything. I had my studio already before pandemic, but I think pandemic was the biggest, hit for voiceovers when we have to have all the technical, like very high end technical tools, and I'm talking about how you can record remotely. How can I hire Rachel if I'm looking for a voice just like Rachel for a project, and I need to be able to record her from here in LA. So nowadays, these type of programs of softwares help you to do that. I'm talking about Source Connect. That's one of the ones we use
Okay.
mostly. This is a vocal booth made in Colombia. It's called Mobile Wall. They are amazing, guy. Unexpensive, very affordable brand, and you are supporting a Latino brand, by the way. We were
Love
talking
that.
before about how the heat goes, like it's very challenging. Well, I have a fan in here because it's inside the booth. So that's part of the technology, and that makes me also, easier my sessions. If I'm doing an audiobook, for example, it's 400 pages. I have to record straight 3 hours. So I'm
Wow.
able to breathe. And in terms of microphone, well, it exists there are three types of microphone: the USB, the condensed microphones, and the dynamic microphones. Usually for voiceovers, we do condensed microphones, which is like this one that I love is a shotgun MK 416. I love them so much. But I also use the TLM 103. It's a Neumann microphone, and those two are the most used and required by agents or clients in general in states. But if you want to do podcasts, I would definitely recommend a dynamic microphone, maybe a Shure, maybe a Getty. There are different, type of brands because that allows you to have people around and nobody, if somebody's interrupting to each other, because it's usual in podcasting or, same as radio, it doesn't, you don't hear is really overlapping somebody with the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's so technical, but I think that is such useful information. I like this Yeti also for podcasting. I also do some voiceover work. I'm gonna brag because, like, I'm in front of a pro, so I want her to know that I'm like an aspiring voice actor too. I work on an animated series called The Tuttle Twins. I'll show you a little bit.
Nice.
That's not me. I'm not the paperclip, but I play mom.
But at least Social Security is guaranteed money for retirement, right?
That's me.
I love that. Right. I love it. That's
I,
so nice. Are you
I,
recording this from your studio or you go to another studio?
I go to another studio. If I'm just doing pickups, I do it from here. A quick little pickup. Sometimes I gotta just make noises, as you know, where it's like, ay, oh, mira, and if I'm just doing that, I could do it. I could do it from here.
Great.
But I have to say, I am. Thank you. I'm in season 4 production of this show now. I've been doing it for 4 years. It's called The Tuttle Twins, and I love playing a mama Latina. I love it so much because I'm a real mom. I'm a real Latina, and there's so much of me in Mrs. Tuttle, and vice versa. And
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for this medium, and for this podcast, and for learning from people like you, Valentina, that I was like, I almost had this moment too, like, I could do this. I have a foundation in sketch comedy. I've been performing sketch comedy for a long time. And what do I do on stage? Different voices, different characters, so that in un sancocho with acting technique, this podcast of 8 years, now I am ready to take voice acting so serious. I love it. I've done a few podcasts already. Michelle Rojas is Not Okay, La Cabina Telefónica with Fanny Lu, which is a Spotify original. And I just want to say to everybody out there, because we got to wrap, like, Valentina's full circle story, we made so many full circles here. Her mother is a telenovela actress. She does the dubbing on a telenovela. She got to go to her home country of Colombia. Like, all of this can be turned into a pretty profitable and successful career, if I may speak on your behalf. But it takes the passion and your belief and tapping into, like, what you can do and what you love. It sounds like you're really doing what you love, and I'm so glad you shared that story. Thank you for coming on Latinos Out Loud, Valentina. I hope you come back.
You, yes.
La puerta está abierta. Okay? La puerta está abierta. And so whenever you have a project that you want to talk about, or like if you've got more knowledge to share, I'm sorry that it's like such a quick thing. I could talk to you for hours. Literally, we're two people that talk for a living. This is crazy.
Yes.
Tell everybody where they can follow you on social media, please.
Yes, I only use Instagram or LinkedIn too, but I don't know if you want to follow me on LinkedIn, but it's all my name, Valentina Latina with the Y, because it's a fancy way, Valentina Latina.
That's awesome. Congrats on everything. Thank you to Anna for helping us out. Thank you, Rosie, behind the scenes.
Yes.
And thank you to
Don't
you.
miss Dora, July 2, Paramount Plus.
We'll be there. We are going to watch you. Please support this woman. Let's really show her that we can get out there in the numbers, and that's how we do it, right? Like, people are always like, how can I support you? How can I support you? Go out and watch the projects. Talk about them.
And watch the whole episode and talk to your friends and say it. Yes.
Post about it on
Thank you, Rachel.
social, todo. I am looking forward to tonight. Tonight I'm heading to a screening for Jurassic World. Like, we've got to see the projects and talk about them, right? In order to elevate each other's voices. You guys, this has been another episode of Latinos Out Loud, okay? Desde la casa, okay? Desde la sala de la casa loca. Thank you, Valentina Latina, for... Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure talking to you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep killing it,
Likewise.
okay? I'm totally going to watch The Bold and the Beautiful in Spanish tomorrow for you.
Yes.
I need to hear you.
Please, Steffi, yes.
Thank you. Okay, on that note, we out, LOLeros. We out.
Latinos Out Loud podcast.